just add a little bit of darker colours again with the burnt sienna, just where we need some darker markings or some shadows. So again, very lightly. Main idea is that you can always add, but it's difficult to subtract. Down here, that's going to bring the bridge of the nose forward because this area is lighter than what's around it, so that will bring that section forward, and that gives you some depth as well. A few more markings. Put one here and here. And some of these need to be a bit darker as well. Okay, so I'm just going to add some water to that, see how that looks. I think I'll start on the ear. Just putting that down. So I've got some dark on there, so I'm just going to use that to add the darkest shades on this side of the face since we're already doing that. Just blend that section out. And start back up here. Down. Let me know in the comments too if you've tried the watercolor pencils yourself. Have you tried to do a dog or a cat using watercolor pencils, and how did you find it? I'd really love to know what you're thinking of watercolor pencils so far. So I'm pretty happy with how this is turning out so far. Okay, then we had some here. In a minute I'll do the eyes again because they need a bit more dark in there. So just using the same brush for all of it because it's not a tiny picture, so you can get away with just using a larger brush, not too large but a little bit bigger. If you're doing a lot of tiny detail work, then I would probably use a smaller brush, but for this size it's not too bad. Alright, so I'll leave that there. The eyes are dry now, so I'm just going to grab the lighter green and just press a little bit harder so it keeps the greens the same. Okay, so I suspect this one's going to be greener than the other. No, it's not too bad. Okay, I'll let that dry. Okay, so I've just added a tiny amount of the warm grey in the eyes just for that bit of darker shadow. So I'm just going to very gently dab that so it blends in. Same on this side. Once we add the pupils, that will look a lot better. Nostrils. just add a little bit of darker, again, some of the areas that I want to accentuate, and then I'll leave it at that. The eyes are looking a bit funny at the moment, just because they're not finished. Hopefully they'll look better after that. I'm not super happy about these ears at this stage. So I've also got the burnt ochre. Just did a very light layer just above the eyes here and down the top of the nose, part of the way, just to add a bit of colour in there. So all of that I'm just going to blend in. Not too much water. So here's too much water. What you can do in that case is just dab the brush, get all the water off, and then you can just pull that down. So that will stop that pooling and you'll be able to blend it together like that. Okay, nearly done. So I'm just going to pull that down the nose, but then I'm going to stop there. I'm going to go back to the dark area. Okay, probably leave that. Right, I'll just soften these little bits. There. Okay, I'm going to try the pupils with the dark grey. So that's dry. So I'll probably just draw these in and then leave them as they are so they don't blend in. And I'll just do a line around the eyes just to give them some definition. But I'm not going to add any water to that. Okay, so that's not too bad.